Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, you're going to learn how to make sense of your TalentPredix Standard Strengths Assessment Report and preparation for your debrief conversation. We'll take you through your profile and understand your talents, ways to make the most of them, your potential performance limiters, your career drivers, your values, and finally, your best self DNA. In the end, we will also discuss some best practices to prepare well for your debrief conversation with your manager, mentor, or coach.
We begin by understanding your top 5 talents and how they show up when you're in the zone. Here are some key definitions you'll come across. Top talents are your natural underlying qualities. They come naturally to you and enable you to do your best work. Talents in the zone are talents that are employed effectively. They help you achieve your best performance. Overused talents are those used excessively or in the wrong way, which can actually undermine your performance or relationships if left unchecked. Career drivers are your natural motivations. These are the things that are most important to you and help guide your career choices. Values are deeply held beliefs or principles that guide a person's or group's decisions, behaviors, and sense of what is important in life. The norm group is simply a reference group used to compare your scores to people similar to you, to see how you score relative to them. Let's dive in each section to understand better.
Now let me walk you through the talent wheel, which is made up of 4 sections. Connecting, delivering, problem-solving, and navigating change, comprising of 20 talents in total, with the top 5 talents highlighted in the wheel. Scoring high on any of these doesn't mean you cannot do other tasks as efficiently. Instead, it reflects whether that area truly energizes you or comes naturally to you. Next, let's understand how you'll see how each of your top talents looks when you're at your best. Let's take an example. If boldness is your top talent, when you're at your best, it may reflect as delivering candid and honest opinions to prevent potentially costly business mistakes. An action to optimize boldness can be to be able to share difficult feedback you've been holding back with your manager or co-workers. And the supporting talents, for example, if you are attempting to tackle a complex challenge involving conflicting stakeholder interests, you will need drive and resilience to persevere in your fight for what you believe is right and in the organization's best interests.
I'm back, and now I'll be walking you through a very interesting section of this report about potential performance limiters. Performance excellence is not just about optimizing your strengths. You also need to be aware of weaknesses and other limiters that can hold you back. This section helps you understand what your top talents can become if they're left unchecked or overused. We'll also look at your most limiting overused behaviors and your lowest scoring talents, along with actions to help you work on them. Now we talk about career drivers, your natural career motivations. Research shows that people who choose roles aligned with their career drivers tend to enjoy more successful and fulfilling careers. This graph will show your top 3 drivers, and if there's not a huge gap between the top 3 and the next ones, those are called bubbling under. You'll also find the types of work you enjoy most and the growth opportunities that best fit each career driver in this section.
Finally, we move to your best self DNA. This is where your top talents, career drivers, and values come together, helping you find the work and development opportunities that suit you best. Your best self snapshot gives you a summary of your results and can be used in your CV, personal development plans, and even in conversations with your manager, coach, or mentor. Before we conclude this video, I would like to give you some tips on how to make the most out of your report and prepare for the debrief in the best way to get the most out of your conversation with your coach, manager, or mentor. 1. Paste the report into ChatGPT and use the prompts from the interpretation guide to explore your results and ask deeper questions. 2. Read through the report slowly and reflectively, noting anything that resonates, surprises you, or feels unclear. 3. Highlight your top talents and write down real-life examples of when you've used each one effectively. Think, projects, teamwork, challenges. 4. Pay attention to overused talents and performance limiters. Jot down moments where these might have shown up in your work or relationships.
5. Look at your career drivers and think about how well your current or desired role aligns with them. 6. Consider the Best Self DNA section. How do your values, talents, and motivations currently show up in your job or daily life? 7. Prepare a few questions to ask your coach or manager. For example, where do you see these talents in action in my current role? What opportunities exist here to align more with my career drivers? Where might I be overusing a strength without realizing? 8. Think about what success means to you personally and how your profile can support that version of success. 9. Finally, jot down 1 or 2 actions or development goals you might want to set based on the report, even if they're small.
We wish you all the best for your debrief conversation and hope you make the most out of it. For any support, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Sign up today to become a TalentPredix practitioner and join us in building thriving workplaces.